Hey yo, what is up, guys? This is Cody Sun, and today we're bringing you one of my solo queue gameplays. This game was actually against Stixxay and Biofrost, dual queue from COG, and we're just playing solo here. And yeah, we just happened to run up against them in today's game, and this was actually quite a good game from me. So yeah, the matchup is Lucian versus Ezreal and Morgana versus Alistar. So obviously, Morgana is gonna have an easier time in lane against the Alistar, and Alistar mostly just wants to sustain up and try to find all-ins when we're not prepared for it. So this game is actually pretty interesting because I believe, yeah, we have TSM Broken Blade playing the Rise top, as well as C9 Niski, C9's new mid laner, playing Aurelia mid against Cassio as Aurelia. And of course we have the Kane one trick and streamer Kirisamai returns on the Kane. So he actually pops off this game. But so yeah. So this is gonna be my first I guess solo queue commentary, and yeah, I appreciate any feedback you guys have. This is gonna be, yeah, hopefully this is gonna be quite interesting. Hopefully, you guys can watch this game, have some fun and learn something. So yeah, starting the lane, I kind of just missed a CS there, but it's okay. We get the push, and we know that they started, or their jungler started the red buff because they just leashed. So we can play quite aggressive here with our minion advantage, as well as Morgana being, in a range versus melee matchup. And we're just gonna try to apply as much pressure in the lane as possible to the opposing bot laners. And we actually spot Nidalee top, so this pretty much allows us even more safety to play aggressive in this lane. But of course, even though we have the better matchup and we spot jungler, they're still a very respectable dual lane, obviously, because they're in comms and they're just practicing for LCS. So they mostly played the early portion of this matchup pretty well, and they don't get punished too hard, and they're able to just sustain off Ezreal biscuits as well as Alistar heals, and I try to go pretty even in CS in this lane, I believe, in the early game. So yeah, Lucian versus Ezreal is actually a pretty common matchup nowadays. This is mostly because Lucian is kind of pretty good like blind pick, and he doesn't really have many bad matchups right now. So yeah, Biofrost just went really deep there, and he flash comboed, because if he just combo normally, it would be easier to just black shield it. And yeah, Nidalee ended up coming, so that was a pretty good engage by Biofrost and Alistar, setting up for the jungler gank. But both Morgana and I ended up playing this pretty well, so we actually ended up 2v3ing them and not dying, just using a couple of summoners. So this ended up being pretty good, and we were able to dodge a lot of their skill shots and damage. I actually pinged there because I was trying to bait Nidalee to go on me, so Kane can try to blow a flash or try to get a kill there. But I think there was too many minions, so the Kane actually made the right decision to back off and not overcommit, because that could have been really badly. And I was playing respectful there as well, because I thought Nidalee could have easily went behind of our turret and try to poke us, try to deny us some CS. But he ended up not doing so, and yeah, we were able to collect all the CS, all the farm, and we're actually able to push one more here, which is pretty good by us. So because we pushed this one extra wave, first Alistar is gonna have the time to go mid, but apparently mid just died, so that won't really matter too much. So Alistar just went bot, and we were able to get a better buy, pretty much a minion worth of gold to spend, and I was able to get Vamp Scepter, a Longsword, and 2 health pots, which is definitely gonna help in this lane a lot more. But yeah, I mean, the early portion of this game is, you know, pretty standard. You know, it actually shows you like a good example of this matchup because they kind of played the early game like really safe and they didn't make many mistakes at all. So, you know, this isn't going to like be a very skewed example of the matchup. It's mostly because, you know, they're an LCS duo. And that was a pretty good trade by Stixxay there with the Ezreal W and Q. But as of right now in this current lane, because I have Vamp against the Ezreal, I can sustain way better than him. He has to rely on his biscuits and, you know, getting HP pots with his Klepto. So I have a easier time to sustain against him, and because Alistar blew his flash in the earlier engagement, it'll be really hard for them to get on us because of the Black Shield, and it should be pretty easy to Black Shield, you know, a regular Alistar combo. Right here, they're actually playing really respectful of the Kayn pressure. They know that Kayn is boss side, all because, you know, he got tracked by the enemy jungler, so they're just respecting the Kayn pressure and letting us build a big wave bot lane. And right here, Stixxay got pretty greedy with the WE, so that ended up kind of forcing Biofrost to die for him there because he was trying to like help him out. So he kind of baited his support to die, which, you know, it's not ideal for them. Right here I'm just playing really aggressive, pushing him off the turret because I know Lily's top side, and just getting as much pressure in terms of, you know, farm, denying farm, as well as tower hits, because, you know, they just added stone plates in this new season, and you can get quite a bit of gold from just the stone plates. Right here, because I have the pink ward at river, so I know this area shouldn't be warded, and unless Stixxay has, you know, the 200 IQ Q in fog, then, you know, I'm gonna be able to recall in a pretty efficient place, so I can get back to lane faster without losing too much CS. Another interesting thing to note right here is that so my buy, I ended up buying a fairy charm because I just so happened to have 150 gold left after, you know, building towards my first core item, which is Ghostblade, obviously. So I kind of just spent it on fairy charm, which is a pretty common buy in high elo at, you know, at the time of making this video, and this is mostly from Africa Kramer, and he's the first one to introduce it in professional play with his Xayah at Worlds. So basically, you know, Fairy Charm is just a very efficient item, and it just allows you to snowball and spam more abilities in lane, and it's kind of like a sort of like a mini blue buff, which just helps a lot in terms of laning phase. And when you sell it back, you know, it only costs like, you pretty much only lose 50 gold, and it's kind of like a replacement for the blue pot, which is from before. Right here I'm just going super aggressive because I know Alistar's in here, and just managed to blow his flash, which is really good. Right here I actually messed up because my Kayn was coming, and I don't think they knew he was coming. and I kind of just gave it away by, you know, kind of playing aggressive just that little bit. And those are kind of the real differences, is that, you know, just because I stepped up or I stepped back a little bit, they knew that, you know, something was wrong and something was going on, and that I probably had my jungler behind me. Right here, I knew just with the way they were playing that something fishy was going on, that I couldn't, you know, recall there for free. So there was a pink ward there and just cleared it. But yeah, I mean, right now the game is pretty one-sided. So you know, we're up 13 kills to 4 and took first turret bottom. So really, we don't really need to make any overly aggressive plays right now. So I should just recall, you know, buy my items, and then with my item advantage, just go back to snowballing the matchup. And the reason we don't swap here is actually pretty simple, is because Ryze wanted to TP top, and since he's winning top lane anyways, you know, and it's not like a tank matchup versus a range matchup or anything like that, there's really no need to swap right now. So, you know, we can just play the matchups out, and since we're winning pretty much all 3 lanes plus jungle, as long as we play safe and play accordingly, you know, with numbers and stuff like that, then staying in these matchups are fine. Right now I see Alistar making a play top, so I want to just push out this bot lane as much as I can and try to pressure them as much as I can before they come back to defend bot lane, where, you know, I would need to hold back again. And yeah, I know that there's like a Fiesta skirmish top lane, so I'm kind of just trying to play as aggressively as I can in this 1v1 matchup. And right now I know that their Alistar is going to be respawning soon and coming back to gank me. So I pop back right now, and what a surprise, he's actually here, and they actually mess up their combo. So that was like kind of reverse synergy, so I actually just went super ham and just 1v2 their bot lane just by myself. It was pretty funny, and so, you know, I gave the thumbs up, and Stixxay gave me the Teemo thumbs up back emo, which was pretty jokes, and I felt pretty good, you know, after that play, which is kind of why I wanted to make this YouTube video, just showcasing that one play. But that was really funny for me, and those type of plays usually don't happen unless, you know, they really mess up. So but yeah, you know, now looking at the current status, I'm up like 25 CS, I got 3 kills, and this game is just kind of a stomp. And this is kind of how the Lucian versus Ezreal matchup goes, where Lucian has the priority for the first like 15 to 20 minutes, depending on how the game is going. Pretty much all the way until Ezreal gets his first 2 core item. Where at that time, because Ezreal outranges Lucian as well as scaling better into the late game, Ezreal starts to win in this matchup. But before then, as long as I play the first 3 levels really well, then Lucian actually has a very easy time against Ezreal. But you know, after being ahead so much, there's just really no need to, you know, do anything overly aggressive, and pretty much as long as you play safe and don't overextend, pressure the lane when you can, and then I could have went mid and helped the team more as well, which I think I'm about to do soon. But because I'm Lucian, I'm super safe, just, you know, split pushing and getting turret damage and farming. And it's really hard to punish, so that's kind of what I'm doing. But right now, I kind of need vision inside of, like, at least mid, bottom side of mid, so. Yeah, I see a fight going on, so I'm kind of hoping to join. And yeah, I just participate in the fight. Oh, I know he's in the brush and he can't move. And that's it, yeah, that's the game. They just ended up surrendering because, yeah, they were too far behind and there was no way to win. But, you know, I was pretty happy with this game, considering that I was just solo queue versus, you know, the CLG, LCS bot lane dual queue. And that was the game. You know, hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully you guys learned something. That was my kind of first, you know, solo queue game commentary. So if you guys have any feedback or you guys enjoy the content, make sure to leave a comment and, you know, tell me if you guys enjoyed it. But yeah, that's it. I'm going to be streaming more and hopefully putting out more YouTube videos as well. This split, so. Hopefully you guys enjoy the content, and I'll see you guys soon. Make sure to follow this YouTube channel, and follow me on Twitch. I'll probably be streaming more as well. Twitch.tv/CodySun, and yeah, see you guys later. Peace.